Point.
About a mid-tempo attempt there from Hurricane Tyra to get that started.
Yeah, you see Ingram again is going to have difficulty at the net coming from tennis and being a singles player. She's going to be better from the baseline.
Point.
Nice roll there by Jorja. You see interesting Johson and Black playing straight up to start out the match.
2-0-2.
Keeping him at the baseline, that's Castillo.
Zero, 2-1. Point.
There's that backhanded drive. On the board are the SoCal Hard Eights.
Yeah, that's where Ingram's going to have her most success. She's going to have a good drive. Good two-hand backhand.
1-2-1. Second serve.
Right off the bat, we see the same pattern. I think we're going to see a lot. I think Black and Johnson are going to pick on Ingram
1-2-2.
in the net game whenever they get to the kitchen.
Point.
Another quick paying off dividends. Another attack from the baseline.
2-2-2.
Judit Castillo, also a former tennis player in her own right.
Side out.
She began playing tennis at just 12 years old, went off to Northwestern State University of Louisiana.
2-2-1.
Collegiate tennis there. Walked away with a Bachelor of Science in Health and Exercise Science.
Point.
Tough ball to know whether that's good or not, Jim.
Just kind of an awkward stroke from Ingram there.
3-2-1. Second serve.
Tough ball at the feet.
3-2-2. Point.
Flat drive from Hurricane Tyra Black.
Tyra's got, both Tyra and Jorja, really good power.
4-2-2.
Great all-around games.
Side out.
Nice little flick from Castillo on the backhand side.
2-4-1. Second serve.
Stepping across.
Really good forehand cut there by Tyra. She likes to do on a high forehand. She likes to hit a cut shot.
2-4-2.
Keep ball nice and low.
Side out.
You like that ball for Castillo to come in on?
Well, they've got to try. I think it's going to be an uphill battle whenever all four of them are at the kitchen line. It's going to be an uphill battle for SoCal. But you got to try. It's
4-2-1.
It's basically an impossible game to win from the baseline.
Point.
Yeah, just another missed volley there from Ingram. She's just not comfortable, and you can see it. Not bending her knees, not taking the ball out well in front of her, as you'll see Tyra and Jorja constantly do.
It's their first MLP experience in 2025. Imagine there's some nerves in it.
There's
second serve.
That's what she wants, some high forehands that she can take a big swing at. That always helps with the nerves.
5-2-2. Point. Timeout, change in, 6-2-2.
Adam Stone about Jalina and said, what are some of her best attributes? He said, man, she just has some raw power. She's going to have to find some more right now against Castillo with the 6-2 switch. We'll be back. Jorja Johnson.
Time in, 6-2-2. Side out.
Funky ball on that one. Some backspin.
Castillo caught it, I think, right off the top of her paddle, and it got it at Jorja's feet. Lucky, those usually fly long.
2-6-1. Second serve.
Just a popped up reset there by Castillo. All those little things that make Johnson and Black so good as a doubles team. It's a little bit missing on the Ingram Castillo side. Yeah, again,
Side
popping
out.
the ball up just a little bit too much on the resets.
Talked about Jorja and Hurricane Tyra, what their skill sets are. How would you define why they've been so successful?
6-1.
Ooh,
Second
good try
serve.
there. Well, both of them have a really good all-around game. They both have good power, good athletes. They're young.
6-2.
They can cover a lot of court.
Side out.
About just the amount of experience. Jorja Johnson, I remember calling one of her very first professional pickleball events back when she was just 14 years old.
2-6-1.
She's only 18 now, and you can think just how much experience she's gained in the past 4 years. One of the top females in the game, and playing alongside another.
Throw football.
Yeah, well, there you see
Right
Jorja
point.
and
Point.
Jalina Ingram are not that different in age, but Jorja's so much more experienced. You can see it in her game. Especially again when it gets to the intricacies
3-6-1.
of the kitchen game, resetting the ball without popping it up,
Calls out. Point.
being able to drive effectively or drop, the roll forehands off the forehand dink.
4-6-1.
There you see again
Second
Ingram
serve.
needing to reset it, but just popping the ball up too far. Tennis, it's just a shot you just don't hit in tennis ever, and so you come out here in pickleball and it's a
4-6-2.
really critical shot.
Another
Side out.
pop-up from the midcourt for the SoCal Hard Eights.
Hate to repeat myself, Cameron, but again, it's the same thing. The need to reset softly
6-4-1.
without giving your opponent an ability to attack the next shot.
Beautiful drop from Jorja.
Point.
And just continuing to dictate terms from the kitchen line.
7-4-1.
Castillo and Ingram are doing a pretty good job, though, of hanging around. 7-4 is not that bad.
Point.
Tries to find the backhand block.
Yeah, she's got the paddle too close to her body. That's the one thing, that's a major thing. You
Timeout,
see the difference
SoCal
between the
Hard
pros
Eights, 8-4-1.
and amateurs is where they take the ball. Pros take the ball so far out in front of them, and if you watch like 3-5s play, they're constantly hitting the ball close to their body or even behind their body. Pros are a foot, 2 feet out in front if they can take it there, and it just is so much more effective. You have so much more control, either power-wise or reset-wise. Not a lot of consistency in their personnel has handicapped them a little bit starting the year.
Yeah, it was tough. Nice athleticism on both sides, flying back and forth.
Yeah, the defense of Johnson and Black is incredible, especially Black. Tyra may be the best
Referee
defensive
timeout. We
player
have a
there
challenge
is
of the
on the
in
other
rule,
side.
and the in ruling
She's
puts us at
so athletic.
9-4-1.
Just gets
We'll
to
now
everything
proceed to
very
video review.
frustrating when you're on the other side. You think you've got to put away.
8-4-2.
Drop serve there.
Point.
A little too excited, potentially. It's tough when you get one lofted up like that.
9-4-2. Side out.
Nice cut and return there from Ingram. Don't see that used too much. I think it threw Jorja off slightly.
4-9-1.
What a pickup. Judit trying to get
Second
aggressive
serve.
down the line.
All right, that was a pretty well disguised shot, although it was off a one-hander, and usually to get the disguise you want to go two-hander off of that. Tyra was able to see where it was going. Give her a little split second of extra time is all she needed to be on it.
Side out.
Jorja immediately attacking on a high ball.
9-4-1. Point.
From the right or from the left, both Hurricane Tyra Black and Jorja Johnson are just unstoppable.
10-4-1.
Game point.
Point game, 11-4, Dallas Flash.
Quickly done. The Dallas Flash first to strike. 11-4 with the women's game. The SoCal Heartades are thus far in those 8 wins. It was a 3-2 win over the Ranchers, was their first dream breaker. It was 22-20, and then, of course, the last matchup versus the New Jersey Fives, 21-11 in that dream breaker. And there's already some fireworks on the side of the SoCal Heartades.
It looked like Blaine and Ryan started to go at Augie's backhand in the dink game. Part of that's because J-Dub is just so good, maybe the fastest hands in pickleball.
Second serve.
Solid reach in from the lefty.
Yeah, really good flick.
0-0-2.
Unable to make that high return pay off.
Same shot there from Augie. Good switch to the one-hander to put it away. Get a little bit more reach.
0-0-1. Second serve.
Uncharacteristically high third from J-Dub. It's punished for it.
0-0-2.
Not sure exactly what.
He had a chance to see the outcome of his shot before making a signal, but I would say it was a legitimate outcall.
That is going to be the direction it goes as well, but we will await.
Augie's confident. He's not giving up the ball.
After review, there was a valid out call made. Result of the rally is point. We'll resume play at 1-0-2. 3 free challenges, 3 free challenges.
I think that was a good call by the referee because their focus is on the feet and the kitchen line, and Augie was kind of turned around, hard for the ref to see the out call. So I think that was a good replay, a good initial call by the ref, even though it was incorrect. I think it was a good initial call and then a good call to overturn it.
The score is going to be 1-0-2. I will call the score. 1-0-2.
Flick Wizard back to serve.
Point.
With the SoCal Heartades, you can't let that rattle you either.
2-0-2. Point.
4 balls to the exterior. That last miss, just trying to find the middle of the court.
3-0-2.
Yeah, I think again the pattern that Hovenier and Fu want to do is attack Augie's backhand in the dink game.
To your point.
What a shot.
Touch.
Wow.
Side out.
Nice roll there by Hovenier.
Start calling this kid Hollywood.
Yeah, no, he used his height and his reach there. Really nice roll.
0-3-1. Second serve.
See JW use a combination of one-hand and two-hand backhands in the dink game. Used to be exclusively a one-hander. Now he's gone to more about 50-50 with the backhand roll off the two-hander. Just much easier to hit topspin dinks two-handed.
Another ball left long, and it appears, to your point, trying to attack that backhand side of Augie. He seems like he's sitting on that backhand, though, ready to counter.
Yeah, it's not that it's a weakness for Dallas. It's just where else are you going to go?
That's a great point. Oh, man alive, that is a wicked shot to the sideline.
And that's why you stay away from J-Dub in general.
How did he cross him up like that? With full extension. Call that man Merlin.
Point.
Yeah, it's just tough playing Dallas because you got a choice between playing it with J-Dub or hitting it at Augie, and Augie is just so steady. He's a really good partner for J-Dub.
Beautiful reset.
Point.
And J-W's hands are just ridiculous. I mean, to reset that ball like he did makes it look so easy. It's such a difficult shot.
5-1. Point, timeout.
And they've got to stop the bleeding here. 6-1. The Dallas SoCal Hard Eights against the Dallas Flash men's doubles matchup.
Second serve.
Nice play there by Blaine Hovenier. He's been definitely improving in the last 6 months or so.
6-1-2.
Hovenier turning pro just a year ago.
Yeah, look at the hands there by Hovenier. Really good. I think Dallas wants to focus on Ryan Fu. Hovenier's playing a pretty good game.
1-6-1.
Hovenier out of Campbell Hall Academy, North Hollywood. Fun fact, a few other famous folks from there, the Fanning sisters and the Olsen twins.
Somebody's been doing their internet research.
2-6-1. Second serve.
Again, kind of a familiar pattern when they do get in a firefight. Hovenier's been able to hold up pretty darn well. Fu, not quite so much. And looks like we got a lost ball under the stands. Throw out a fresh one.
Two 6-2.
Big backhand from Ryan Fu. Trying to crash, and it pays off for the SoCal Hard Eights.
Blaine Hovenier definitely fired up here.
3-6-2. Side out.
Gained 2 back. Dallas Flash now with an opportunity.
Point.
Great
Good hands from Fu.
No, it's really good inside-out shot there by J-Dub. Hard to protect against that one. Ryan's going to be leaning middle with good reason.
7-3-1.
Just hits it behind him inside out. Really good shot.
Playing the opposite now. Reverse once more.
Point.
It's like they're playing Twister out there.
I think that's a good move there by Dallas. Again, keep attacking
3-1.
Ryan Fu at the kitchen line. That's been their money shot for scoring points. Dallas match will be a lot of fun to see.
All right, you're hearing it from Jim Kloss, who he's choosing this year.
Point.
You know,
See if you can go 2 for 2.
New Jersey's obviously tough, but St. Louis, like Dallas, is so tough. They throw out 4 good doubles teams, and then they're tough in a dream breaker. And then, you know, one thing, Cameron, in MLP that's different from PPA play is the team atmosphere, the enthusiasm. And you see Dallas, you know, they obviously get along very well. St. Louis, the players get along really well. A lot of enthusiasm, and it really helps.
Side out.
True team spirit for these MLP rosters.
Yeah, there's a reason why New Jersey's got that chant and the team spirit. You know, it helps. It's just a different, it's the same game, same sport, but it's a different game.
Just playing defense now, the SoCal Hard Eights. You got to give him the fight award. There's no question about it.
4-9-1.
Well,
Second serve.
Augie is just eating him up with that one hand.
Been a couple opportunities, and you hear it off of Hovenier's paddle. They'll call high right as soon as that contact comes about.
Well, Augie's doing a tremendous job of taking that ball well out in front of his body, speeding it up.
4-9-2.
Great control about his spots.
Point.
I think J-Dub thought that was coming over. That was a good drive there by Fu. Good and hard with a good topspin on it. It was really dipping. SoCal needs a little bit of a run right here to get back in it, though. Great reset by Hovenier.
Watch it.
How much defense can you have?
Wow.
Oh, just too much offense from the Dallas Flash.
Yeah, great point. Several good defensive plays there by SoCal, but Dallas just keeps the pressure on.
Dallas just 2 away.
9-5-1.
SoCal will unwind.
Second serve.
First side out achieved.
9-5-2. Point.
Beautiful dipping drive from Augie.
Yeah, he tends to hit more inside out when he drives, so that was a little bit different shot from him to roll it, pull it down the sideline. Caught Ryan Fu by surprise, I think, a little bit.
It is a game point for the Flash.
Yes.
And it ends the way it kind of went the whole way, Cameron, with all you go with a nice speed up off the backhand side.
Well, it's safe to say it has been an efficient performance thus far. And he said she's just as beautiful inside as she is on the outside. Jorja Johnson, one of the great spirits and fighters in the game. A little miss hit, but a point nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, Cameron, you got to give Mark a lot of credit for the drafting of this Dallas team. People don't remember it. I mean, it's 15 months ago since the draft. J.W. Johnson was the 12th pick. And at the time, people did not think J-Dub was a great MLP player. That's why he lasted until basically what was then the end of the first round. And so, yeah, absolutely a steal. But then also the inspired pick then of coming right back. I believe Georgia was the 17th pick. But two awesome picks that set the table for that team.
Side out.
But they were not.
Side out.
You know, again, everybody looks at them now and says, boy, that's the best team, or right there is the best team. Not at the time of the draft.
0-2-1.
People did not see it that way. Mark did. Give him all the credit in the world for seeing it. Beautiful play. But going back to that, and Tyra Black, a third-round pick. Tyra Black, a third-round pick. If they redrafted today, she might be a first-round pick, or at least a high second-round pick.
Absolutely.
Side out.
Then, of course, Augie was picked in the 4th round. Great 4th-round pick to see how complimentary he would be to the rest of the team.
Seems as if SoCal is trying to attack first. However, Dallas has all the answers.
Well, you're looking at J-Dub and Georgia, you know, probably the second best mixed doubles team in the world. Almost unfair that they get to play together in MLP. Wow, what a shot. Okay, that's a standing O. Everybody should be standing on that one. That's a Sports Center highlight shot there from Judit Castillo.
3-0-2.
By Fu, the quick shuffle to the left. Trying to open up that forehand side. Recognizing the speed up.
0-3-1.
Little self-preservation mode for Fu.
Second serve.
You mentioned this team of Johnson & Johnson, how unstoppable they have been. Well, they were unstoppable for 7 straight matches in MLP this season before just having taken a loss to Howells and Water in that matchup with the New Jersey Fives.
Point.
That was a 5-11 game. Their last match out.
Well, that can happen to anybody playing against the ALW, and Will Howells, as good as he is, probably still an underrated player and a little bit in the public's mind. Oh, great inside out play there by J-Dub. He usually likes to hit sort of a cut high forehand or overhead. There he went inside out. Really nice. So you see Fu and Castillo looking like they're playing pretty well. You look at the scoreboard.
3-1-1.
It's 3-1. Just a really tough team to play.
Dallas needs just one more game to secure the 3 standings points available to them.
3-1-2. Side out.
Those points are important, Cameron. St. Louis is sitting there at a 2.88 per game pace. Dallas has 6 matches. I've got them winning all 18 points this weekend, but you know, if you only get 16 points, say. It's a lot, but he might fall behind St. Louis. Everybody wants that #1 seed if they can get it this year, because New Jersey's highly likely to end up being the 3 seed, and you want to avoid New Jersey in the semifinals if you can. Yeah. So that #1 seed, very, very important. Dallas and St. Louis are going to be battling all year for that top seed.
Point.
Nice shot by Judit Castillo. J-Dub thought it was going long. It caught.
Dallas Flash currently have 22 standings points. The top of the order is the Orlando Squeeze with 28. 10 wins, 5 losses. St. Louis Shock sitting at a pretty 8-0, 23 standings points.
Ah, nice shake and bake by Ryan Fu, all on his own. Of course, it's points per game that we want to pay the most attention to, Cameron, because everybody's going to end up playing the same 25 matches.
Point.
Again, Ryan Fu saying, I'm going to take control and play a bit of a power game. I think that's a good move. I think it's going to be very, very hard to beat the Johnsons, everybody at the kitchen line. So good play by Fu. I think it plays to his strengths too. Play a power game.
5-3-1.
SoCal Hard 8s with the 2-point advantage.
Point.
Make it a 3-point advantage.
Wow.
SoCal Hard
6 to Ryan Fu and Judit Castillo with the SoCal Hard 8s.
Time in. 6-3-1. Second serve.
Fu a little surprised at his battle. How'd we get to this point, Jim?
Well, Fu decided to come out firing.
6-3-2.
A couple of uncharacteristic mistakes by the Johnsons compared with a couple of power plays by Fu. Castillo's played some good defense. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Side out.
Looks like a little pep in the step of Jorja Johnson as well. Earned ball back.
3-6-1.
Switch one after the end change. 2 straight side outs.
Point.
Nice play there by J-Dub. I think Georgia's going to be very happy to play that cross-court forehand game with Castillo. J-Dub looking to poach.
Point.
Going to sail along. Yeah, a little bit of pressure here on SoCal. They got a nice lead, but it's one thing to get the lead. It's another thing to hold it and close out the game.
Strong reach, finding the baseline.
That should get us a timeout.
Timeout.
So I say Georgia's going to want to play
6-6-1.
that. Don't expect that to happen all game.
Second serve.
And just when I say they're not going to make the same, I think J-Dub misses a pretty easy 5th.
6-6-2.
Sorry about that, J-Dub. Commentator curse.
Side out.
And another uncharacteristic from the Dallas Flash.
6-6-1. Second serve.
Georgia's just going to have to take control here. She's the one who gets fired up.
6-6-2.
Back to that cross-court forehand game between the women. Advantage Dallas when that happens.
The hold for Dallas.
6-6-1. Second serve.
That's a nice reach by Fu. Again, taking the ball well out in front of his body so he can get that good angle.
6-6-2.
place to attack Jorja. She loves to be attacked on the backhand side. Great response from her. Real quick hands, good power.
7-6-2.
Hit the ball down at Fu's feet. Too much for him to handle.
I mean, you see Jorja Johnson, the two-handed flick, and then you've also got that beautiful one-handed block. Great series, keeping them in it.
Yeah, we saw how Jorja left one up a little bit, but good defense to reset it.
Side out.
Jorja just stood up a little bit when hitting that one. Need to stay down.
Some damage has been done, though, for the Dallas Flash.
6-8-1.
Able to find a hold last time SoCal had served.
Point.
Not this time. Point to the hard eights.
Just a miss hit there from Jorja.
7-8-1.
Usually happens from taking your eye off the ball.
Second serve.
And the turn, opening up her forehand. She is just sliding right and left right now. Beautiful read from Jorja Johnson.
7-8-2. Side out.
Again, this Dallas Flash duo has only lost one game in 2025 in Major League Pickleball play. Came last week to the
8-7-1.
New Jersey Fives. They trailed as much by 3 in this match, or excuse me, in this game.
Jorja again left it up a little bit, and that cross-court thing, yep, just tapping herself, saying, my bad.
Coming back across her body. Beautifully done from Judit. ATP defense is sent high across court. Dallas Flash pounce.
Yeah, look at the good patience by J-Dub. That's what you want to do on ATP. Take it as late as you can.
9-7-2.
Give yourself the maximum angle.
Point.
And one more. The Dallas Flash have got themselves to a game point, 10-7.
Pretty good defense there by SoCal. Just could not get a
10-7-2.
good reset that allowed them to gain the kitchen line back.
Point
That'll
game,
do it.
11-7.
They finish
Dallas
on an
Flash.
8-1 run. The Dallas Flash picking up not just the game, but also the match with the 3-0 victory over the...
He's been 2-0 playing with Tereschenko.
If you're just joining us, Tereschenko out
Side
with
out.
an injury. Hence, Jalina Ingram in.
0-0-1.
Hovenier uses that height and that reach to advantage in mixed doubles, cover a lot of court.
Second serve.
There's that good forehand by Tyra Black. Again, hitting it kind of flat inside out. Gets a lot of power on it.
0-0-2.
The self-proclaimed Pilates princess. She's in her Pilates era, Hurricane Tyra Black. I can imagine that would do some good for you out on the pickleball court. There's a lefty reaching in.
Side out.
Yeah, I expect to see Augie and Tyra dink to
0-0-1.
Ingram as much as they can.
That's a big move from Hovenier, the 6'4" giant, skipping the other corner.
I think we got to give him credit for a bird there since he finished on the other side.
You heard it from him. The call, simply same guy.
1-0-2.
Blaine's having fun out there, a lot of energy. So I think we expect him to be just like that, cover a lot of court.
Point.
Pretty cool story on his namesake as well. His parents, Peter and Francis, they actually met in Blaine, Washington, hence his name, Blaine.
I guess Washington Hovenier sounded a little funny.
Side out.
Uncharacteristic unforced error there from Augie.
0-2-1.
Taking over the middle.
I think that's a good play there by SoCal. Ingram's strength is going to be, she's got a pretty good serve, pretty good drive. So if they can play some, we're going to see Dallas looks like they're going to make Ingram hit the thirds.
1-2-1.
If they can play some smash and crash, maybe they can get some points that way.
Second serve.
And would smash and crash the other way. But I think that's the right move. Generally speaking, Cameron, when you're overmatched by the other team, the best strategy is try to play a power game.
Stuck at the baseline, the hard eights.
There's a good reset there from Ingram.
Give it to him. The hard eights, Ingram and Hovenier fighting tooth and nail in this rally.
Hovenier with Burt number 2.
Blaine, you're serving. You're serving.
They got so twisted up, they forgot who was serving.
I think if you took the over on Hovenier Burts in one game, you've won your money.
Side out.
Wide.
That's twice now the SoCal hard eights have had a big time play
2-2-1.
and then matched it with a unforced error immediately thereafter.
There you see Dallas keeping the dinks to Ingram.
Point.
She didn't have the patience to stay with it.
It's gonna be tough to speed up through the middle, especially considering you got a
3-2-1.
lefty sitting on that covering an Augie go. And it looks like, because it's the exact same play there, it looks as if she's trying to maybe speed up to that forehand side, hoping Hovenier is going to get that counter. It's the second time we've seen it.
3-2-2.
A look to the line call on the last play.
Definitely out. Nice play there by Tyra Black during the last point. Just simple dinks to Ingram, test her patience. See if she can keep up. They'd love for Ingram to do those speed ups so they can counter.
Side out.
Jim, I might go the opposite direction of you. I think that Ingram's trying to speed up so that she doesn't have to sit in those dink rallies. She's hoping to counter the counter with her big partner in Hovenier through the middle.
No, I think you're exactly right, Cameron. It's sort of a damned if you don't choice here for Ingram, because I think she sees that it's going to be hard for her to keep up in the dink game with two veteran players like this. So she's looking for speed ups. So I agree with her speeding up. It's just she needs to be judicious about it. Wait for a little bit better ball. That's the lawyer in me.
Yeah.
That's the play I like right there. Hovenier took advantage of a short ball.
I also love Hovenier giving her all the love.
Yeah.
That's my partner.
Good to see. Keep her fired up. It's, again, the aspect of the team game.
3-4-2.
Oh, great play there by Augie off that net cord.
He never apologizes for those. Or he never is actually sorry for them.
Yeah.
If you're on socials, you know what I'm talking about.
(4-4-2).
SoCal hanging around. Give him credit.
Side out.
Talked about SoCal. Well, this is also a team that came up from the challenger level. They were promoted into this season.
Right here, hey, SoCal.
After the regular season in 2024, they sat second in the standings. Playoffs were a little bit more challenging. They were upset by Miami in the semifinals.
4-4-2.
They found themselves here at the Premier level.
Point.
And on the other side of the net, it is the reigning
5-4-2.
MLP champs, the Dallas Flash of the Premier level.
Point. Timeout. Change in. 6-4-2.
Quick
Dallas
step
Flash.
in, but the SoCal in their first matchup of the weekend.
Side out.
Hovenier again, even when he has the winner on his paddle, he points to his partner.
4-6-1.
I think Blaine's doing a good job recognizing for Ingram. You know, it's a high pressure
Second
situation
serve.
in front of her hometown crowd. I think he's doing a great job of being a good teammate.
4-6-2.
You know, it's funny, he said that he's louder on the court than he is off the court, for sure. He turns into a different person. And right now he continues to pump up his teammate.
That's true. He is a pretty quiet guy off the court.
5-6-2.
Down by one, the Hard Eights.
Side out.
Ball through the middle is going to be tough. Again, Ingram just getting added to this roster. It's impressive they're able to cover the middle as well as they do.
Point.
Love that from Hurricane Tyra.
Yeah, Hovenier's continuing to speed it up and keep the pressure on. They're going to just have to
7-5-1.
accept that sometimes it's just not going to work, but I think that's the right play.
Point. Timeout. SoCal Hard Eights. 5-8-1.
Timeout called by the Hard Eights in their fourth game. Dallas Flash
Tied
with the
in.
victory in hand.
8-5-1.
A little bit of a crash there between Hovenier and Ingram.
Second serve.
Didn't hurt him.
SoCal Hard Eights need another side out.
8-5-2. Side
And they
out.
earn it.
Five, 8-1.
Hovenier is taking over the middle of the court. Again, you can imagine with that 6'4" frame, that arm span, it matches.
Yeah, Augie and Tyra have not hit many balls behind Blaine at
6,
all.
8-1.
So he's able to creep over, take a lot of the middle, and at times about 85% of the court.
Second serve.
I don't think that's legal. Looking for an assist.
Volleyball, pickleball, that'd be interesting.
6-8-2.
I think I get behind that one.
Spoken by a volleyball player.
Out of bounds, the Dallas Flash getting caught playing defense in the midcourt.
And Hovenier with Burt number 3.
Oh, one of those cool Flash hats.
7-8-2.
And a Flash towel.
Side out.
That one hurts.
Eight, 7-1.
Ingram and Hovenier kind of alternating between great points and unforced errors.
Second serve.
Like it was long, and it was.
Speaking of unforced errors, I blame you.
8-7-2.
I was talking about Blaine and Jalina.
Side out.
Another one. Augie looking at his paddle. Obviously, if you miss a shot, it's got to be the paddle partner.
Should be looking up at you.
7-8-1.
It's never.
You put that little curse on him. Come on now.
It's never the player. It's one or the other. And it's Blaine again. It's just gonna. He's not going to change. He's just going to keep going to the power game, and I think it's absolutely the right thing to do. Don't worry if you make a mistake. Just keep throwing
Timeout,
fastballs.
Dallas Flash. 8-8-1.
Tied up with a score of 8-8.
Again, expect smash and crash here from SoCal.
There's the crash to the smash.
I think that might have qualified as smash and crash, but rinse and repeat. I think that's all we're just going to see.
Hard eights find the lead.
If I were them, I would not bother dropping the ball. Just drive, 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 crash, crash, crash.
9-8-1.
Short points. Good serve.
Oh,
Point.
Ingram's drive caught the top of the net. Threw Augie's timing off to put the ball up a little bit.
that one caught pretty high.
Yeah.
Tough ball for Augie. Game point for the SoCal
10-8-1.
Hard Eights.
I think there's a 105% chance we're going to see a drive here.
Point game.
And
Wow.
the game goes to the SoCal
SoCal
Hard Eights. They hand Black and Gud just their 3rd loss in mixed doubles play this year. And how about that? The first win for Jalina Ingram. Congratulations to the newbie on Major League. To see Jorja Johnson and JW Johnson on the Torrey Championship court. First and foremost, J-Dub, I'll start off with you. You come off a big win versus the New Jersey Fives just last week, and now you're back on the court. How quick was the recovery to get back out and play some Major League Pickleball?
Yeah, really quick. Only like a few days, so we just had to go rest and recover for 24 hours and then get back to the grind. So really short.
Hey, Georgia Jim Claus, congratulations on a nice win. You and Tyra run your record up to 9-0 now this year. What makes you such a good team?
Yeah, I think we just trust each other. We play a lot of PPAs together too, so that on-court experience really carries over. Played last season together, and we worked out some kinks and have really found our groove, and just happy to carry it through to this season.
All right, I've got a random one for you. For as long as I've known the two of you, you've worn these same crystal necklaces. Can you tell us a little bit of a story behind those necklaces you both wear?
Well, they're not crystals. Sorry to disappoint anybody.
Darn.
They don't have powers. They're just a family thing. Oh, we all have one, and yeah, never take it off. So maybe that is magical. Something there.
I love it. Well, you guys have another 5 matches to go, and especially considering the heat, J-Dub, what are some of your favorite recovery tools to get back out on the floor?
It's a good question. I don't really have any.
Oh, no!
The rest of the team does. I literally just go back to the house and just chill in the house. That's it.
Oh, man, it's nice to be young, isn't it, Jim?
No, I think that's a good choice. So which is hotter, MLP Austin or MLP Phoenix?
I'd probably go with Texas still. Even though this is pretty hot too, so I don't know.
We were
It's a
playing
tough
in
call.
the heat of the day there. Here it's nice and cool in the evening, so.
Well, just wait. It might heat up in the next day or two. We'll see.
Awesome.
Phoenix might catch up.
Well, congratulations to the both of you and the rest of the Dallas Flash. Thanks for joining us, and we can't wait to see you right back